Have you ever had that feeling of being trapped in a dream? The one where you run, but you don't go anywhere? Where the walls close in and the only color left is yellow. Your nightmares are not random. What if I told you there is an entity that uses your dreams as a gateway to your reality? It doesn't want your life, it wants your sanity. And it wears a old yellowish raincoat. Get ready, because after this video, you will be afraid to close your eyes. The legend we're diving into today was not born in an ancient book. It was born in the digital echo, in the depths of the dark internet. It is the story of the figure known only as the Yellow Raincoat Man. He is the materialization of despair and sleep paralysis. But he is not a demon. He is something much more personal. Our story begins with Alex, an ordinary student suffering from unusual stress. Nights of studying turned into nights of insomnia. And when he did sleep, the nightmares came. They weren't common nightmares of falling or being chased. They were dreams of a single color, gray and yellow. In the dream, Alex was always in a corridor, a dirty hallway with broken tiles and a sickly, yellowish light coming from the end. He knew he had to run in the opposite direction, but his feet were glued to the floor. And then the figure appeared. A tall, thin, hunched man. He wore an old rain slicker, a faded, stained yellow. His face was always in shadow, or simply non-existent. The yellow raincoat was the only thing you truly saw. And he didn't run or even walk. He slid. And as he approached, the corridor narrowed, the pressure increased. Alex felt the claustrophobia that suffocated him, even though he was asleep. The worst part of it all, the sound, it wasn't screams or footsteps. It was a dry, scraping sound, like rough fabric on concrete. He would wake up screaming, drenched in sweat, and the silence was terrifying. But the nightmare didn't stay in bed. After weeks of this, Alex started having waking visions, quick flashes out of the corner of his eye. It was the coat, a dirty yellow in the midst of the gray everyday life in the crowded subway. For a second, he saw the edge of a coat turning the corner. At home, in the darkness of the hallway, he felt the claustrophobic pressure of the dream. That's when he looked for help online. He posted about the Yellow Raincoat Man on an obscure forum, and what he found was scarier than the dream itself. Other people replied, hundreds of them. It was not a delusion. It was a collective experience. The Yellow Raincoat Man is, according to the legend, a sanity stalker. He doesn't kill the body. He devours the mind, one dream at a time. The forums described the phases of the chase. Phase 1, the yellow prison, the claustrophobic dreams. Phase 2, the dissonance, the visions, and the scraping sound in the real world. Phase 3, the capture. And this phase was permanent. Alex, desperate, tried everything. Coffee, energy, drinks, medication. He tried to stay awake, but the yellow coat doesn't need you to sleep deeply. It feeds on exhaustion. It waits for the micro nap, the lapse of consciousness, and the coat was getting closer. One night, Alex was at the library, trying to force his focus. The room was empty, except for him and the librarian. He felt the air shift. The familiar, suffocating pressure suddenly came. He looked down the aisle of bookshelves, and there it was. The yellow coat. It wasn't a quick vision. It was real material. The figure was standing still, but the sensation was one of relentless movement. The dry scraping of the fabric over the cracked wooden floor. The sound he had only heard in his nightmares. Alex froze. He couldn't scream exactly like in the dreams. The Yellow Raincoat Man began to slide towards him. Slow, methodical. The faint library light seemed to turn even more yellow. The figure reached within 6 feet of him, and for the first time, Alex saw something where the face should be. It was not skin nor bones. It was solid darkness, a void, and he felt in that void an icy hunger. A hunger not for flesh, but for his ability to distinguish reality. Alex closed his eyes. He screamed soundlessly. When he opened them, the figure was gone. The librarian appeared, asking if he was okay. She said, "You were just staring at the wall, shaking, but the coat left proof." There was a dry scratch mark on the library tile. Alex knew he was in Phase 3. Phase 3 is when the Yellow Man no longer needs your sleep. He lives in the limbo of your exhaustion. He is always there. Days later, Alex stopped posting on the forums. His last message was short and terrible. He wrote, "The coat is not a raincoat. It's a sheet he uses to drag himself when reality closes in. He got me everything's yellow now. The ceiling, the grass, my own skin." And that was the last word from Alex. People who tried to contact him received a standardized response from his parents. It said Alex was resting, that he needed peace. But those who read the legend know the truth. The yellow raincoat man does not kill. He simply causes the dream and the world to merge, turning the victim's life into an endless, claustrophobic corridor. And the yellow coat stays, watching, waiting for the next exhausted person. Think about this. The next time you're trying to sleep after a moment, are you sure the walls of your room aren't turning just a little bit more yellow?